Well, hey guys, welcome back to Bartlow's Barbecue, and today, that's right, we are smoking beef jerky, and I am so excited. I'm gonna show you my step-by-step process on how to make this beef jerky on your Kamado Joe or any charcoal grill you have in your smoker. It's gonna be awesome. I don't think you're gonna buy store-bought beef jerky ever again. Let's go. All right, guys, I just came back from the local grocery store. It's called Crest here where I'm from. And we are making the beef jerky, as you know, and there's a particular kind of meat that you need, and that's gonna be called the round roast choice beef here. And a little hack that you might want to consider is not only buying this piece of meat, you know, from the section in the grocery store, but then take it to the butcher and ask them to slice it, because they have professional meat slicing machines that will get it perfectly cut every single time. Now, if you are a little ambitious and you want to slice it yourself, that is perfectly fine, and it will be perfectly good because it's your own beef jerky and you're making it for yourself or your friends, so no one will know the difference. But for me, I want to have it perfectly sliced, and it's one kind of time-saving thing I can avoid by having the butcher do that process for me. And then we're going to marinate this overnight, and then we'll pat it dry, and then we will put it low and slow on the Kamado Joe. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we are going to show you a step-by-step process on how to make beef jerky. Hey, I had an opportunity to stop by my local beef jerky emporium store right in my own town, and this guy has owned his own store and been making beef jerky himself for over a decade. And he gave me some great tips. He just simply said, experiment, experiment, experiment. He said, every time you cook or smoke beef jerky, just try something new, because if you're not having to worry about making mass quantities every single time for the exact same way, then don't worry about it. Just try something new every time you make it, because you're gonna learn something and it might not turn out exactly the same. So being backyard barbecuers and home chefs and barbecue enthusiasts and food enthusiasts, we are gonna just try some things today, and we're gonna make some just original homegrown beef jerky by getting the essentially cut of meat here, beef meat. And look how, and you go to your local butcher, as I already mentioned, and look how thin they already cut it for you. You can almost see my finger in the shadow of, through that meat, and that's how thin you want this beef jerky to be. And so today's recipe is gonna be really simple. A little inspiration from my local barbecue emporium and also Pitmaster X. So we're gonna just do 1/4 barbecue rub, and this is where you get to get creative. I'm using Meat Church's all-purpose Holy Gospel rub. And so we're gonna do that. We're gonna rinse this out because we're gonna put some brown sugar, 1/4 of brown sugar right there in this 1 gallon Ziploc bag. Then we're gonna dump 1 cup of water. And my friends, now we have a marinade. And one little thing that my beef jerky emporium owner said is just a little dab of molasses in there. So I'm gonna take his tip on that, add that in there, and we are going to just see how that tastes. And all we gotta do is take this thin slice of meat, and we're gonna just let it sit in this Ziploc bag and just drop it in there until we get all the piece of meat that we want right in this marinade. And my friends, we're gonna let this sit overnight. If you have time, 24 hours, or if you can do 12 hours, that's fine as well. And we're gonna finish putting this in the Ziploc bag and let it just take in all of that great marinade. And then we're gonna pat it dry the very next day, and I'll show you that process right before we put it on the Kamado Joe and show you a secret tip. So you're gonna definitely wanna stay tuned and watch what we do on the Kamado Joe, especially if you don't have a grill expander. I wanna show you a secret trick on what I do to really help this hang perfectly without that grill extender. And if you have a beef jerky machine there or a dehydrator, awesome for you. Or if you have a charcoal grill that has some great grill space, we'll talk about that here in a moment as well. So first step is get your marinade and let your meat sit overnight. So let's go. Okay friends, we've taken our meat out of the bag. I made 3 bags to make sure it got even seasoning. And we put it on our board here, and we now have patted dry the meat. And then we're gonna take these skewers and put them and let them hang vertically on the skewer, and then we're gonna put it on the grill grate. So what we're gonna do is we are going to tuck the meat in between the grates. One of the things you're gonna notice is I put one of these tin pans underneath on top of the heat deflector, so that as the meat's hanging, it's hanging inside the tin pan there. And also if it leaks anything, it's going right on that pan. And then we also have laid a few strips on top of the grid. You know, John Stetzler does it this way, and then Pitmaster X usually uses grill expanders, but we are using this as another creative method to let it hang because we don't have the heat deflectors. And then I'm going to try a third alternative strategy for the extra meat that we have, and putting the rest of it on a tin pan on top of the grill, and we're going to see how all 3 of these methods turn out and report back to you. All right guys, we have the beef jerky on the Kamado Joe. We are cooking it 3 different ways inside the Kamado Joe. We've got it laying in between the grates, dangling. We have it on top of the grates, and we have it on a foil pan. And we're gonna see which method is best. Really excited about this. We're trying to keep the temperature between 150 and 200. We don't want to go past 200 because we don't want to cook this too fast. We want it to be low and slow so that we get that right texture for the beef jerky. So that's a key thing that you want to stay on, maybe checking it every single hour so that it's not rising in temperature and actually cooking it versus low and slow kind of roasting it to get it to that great beef jerky texture. I've also thrown in some cherry wood chunks to kind of give it that smoky flavor as well. So cannot wait to taste test this. We're gonna about smoke this about 6 to maybe 7 hours, but we're gonna just check on it every hour. It might be done sooner because the Kamado Joe is a very efficient smoker. So time will tell to see how long it takes. And until then, enjoy the ride. All right guys, let's get a sneak peek of what this jerky looks like at the 6.5 hour mark. And friends, that looks so good. Look at that color. It's got that, not only the brown, but it's like that purple, light purple look, and it's got the flex to it. And we're gonna take it off here in a moment. I'm gonna tear it apart, and for me, this looks like it's really done, because I like having jerky kind of 2 styles, some that is really tough and some that's just a little soft and easy to eat. So I've got a combination of this. We're gonna pull these off and we'll sit down and have a chat about it and tell you exactly what I think. I love beef jerky. All right guys, here's the true test. Here's the beef jerky. This is just 1 slice. Let's pull it apart. There we go. It's got that purple, clear little look to it. So good. All right, here's what I'm tasting. I am tasting just a hint of sweetness, a little, that brown sugar in that rub, but it's not too overwhelming. It's just almost letting the natural flavors of the beef jerky come to life, but it's got a little sweetness to it, which is just how I like it. And seriously, I've got a tray of beef jerky, and what we're gonna do is put this in a Ziploc bag for some little tasty treats. So we're gonna put those away for just some family, friends, or traveling and or whatnot. So man, what a great cook. This was by far one of my highlights of what I've cooked so far, and I can see myself making this in the future. I might be the only one in my family that loves beef jerky as much, but maybe you're like me and you like it, and this is one thing that you thought, man, I don't know if I could make this because I don't have, you know, all the tools to make beef jerky. I don't know how to do it. I don't have a dehydrator. Like, no excuses. You can make beef jerky from home. It's so tasty, and really it's endless on what you can try out yourself, because you can try out different flavors based on your taste liking and your taste buds. So go for it, be adventurous. I might try teriyaki next time, and I thought this was good. So friends, if you like this, would love for you to not only just like it and subscribe, which you might be already a subscriber, man, go and make a comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you made this before? What are some tips and recipes that you've made? I would love to take that learning myself and do it next time as well. But also put on that notification button so you can be reminded of future barbecue videos. Again, I love this barbecue community. I love that we're learning together, we're cooking, and it's from my backyard to yours. So I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, enjoy barbecue, and talk to you soon.